Sit. Your favorite stock already.
Let me get
Huh?
Let me get your favorite ankles, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna start getting. Oh,
No, let Fit deal with that.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Turn around, watch these guys. Let me deal with Fit real quick. Have Rosado come over here.
Ain't got no weapon, man. It's just your bread, right?
Yeah.
All right. You screw. I have to bring the time, man.
Damn, what's
Just
going on?
this your eggs. I don't know what it is, bro. I'm pretty sure you know what's up. You got a case out of Doral. That's who you stay by?
Gervonta Tank Davis finally spoke out, not in a press conference or through a lawyer, but live, raw, and emotional. In front of nearly 200,000 Instagram viewers, he sat in his half-empty Baltimore mansion, eyes red and voice shaky, saying, "They took everything from me." Within hours, clips went viral. The fighter who once packed arenas was now struggling with tears as federal agents surrounded his home. His mansion was seized, his fight with Jake Paul canceled, and his career hanging by a thread. This isn't just another fall from grace. It's the breaking point for one of boxing's most talented yet self-destructive stars.
Outside the ring, for some reason, he gets in trouble. You know, I'm not sure what he's going through, or if he is going through something. Man, we wish him, you know, all the best, and hopefully he gets back on a straight line. You know, we always wish that for fighters, because this is a tough sport. You know, that gets into your psyche and kind of, you know. But I think Tank Davis, yeah, he has his whole career ahead of him. I don't really know if he wanted this fight. I don't really know if he wanted an exhibition. I don't think that's in Tank's nature, you know? Yeah, it would have been a great payday. Yeah, it would have been a lot of exposure, but it does nothing to Tank's legacy. And I really do think that Tank cares about his legacy. There's no loss in GervontaDavis not fighting Jake Paul. Who knows if he's gonna fight ever again? I wish he does. We want to see him against the very best, like he always fights. You know, he's a plus for the sport. I really do wish he gets his. I can't even say life, because I mean, I'm sure his life is together. It's just, you know, maybe he's going through a few things, you know, personally, and he's got to just get them together and move on. Let's go. Let's get the fights, you know, that the fans want to see. Let's make them and give the fight fans, you know, some excitement.
It wasn't a planned PR stunt. No bright lights, no publicists, no script. Just a man surrounded by half-packed boxes in a dimly lit living room that once screamed luxury, now echoing with the remnants of his life. He began by talking about the fight everyone was buzzing about. His canceled mega bout with Jake Paul, the match that was meant to headline Netflix, bring in millions, and possibly save his career.
Boxing champ Gervonta Tank Davis is sent to jail less than a month after he was ordered to serve 3 months of home detention. He was taken into custody after an impromptu hearing yesterday, and now he will finish his 90-day sentence in the Baltimore City jail. Deputies say Davis violated the terms of his home detention sentence in a 2020 hit-and-run crash. He said his home was too small, so he moved to the Four Seasons Hotel, but did not get permission from the judge. He received his 90-day sentence after pleading guilty in February to a crash that injured 4 people.
They took everything from me, man. Everything. The house, the cars, and now the fight. I was ready. I trained harder than ever.
1 foot in, 1 foot out, too. What are you talking about? You know how much money you got? You know how hard it is getting out that bed to go run early in the morning in gym for hours, and you know you looking at 20 million easy. You own all this real estate. You rich. You don't have to do this ever again. Then the compounding interest, like let's say 20 million in the bank. He get 5% off of that, so he probably making 500,000 in interest. He's not even spending his money. So it's like, hell yeah, he out of here. What?
But here's the truth. The fight wasn't canceled due to injuries or contract issues. It was canceled because of him.
Curious, Tank, when you walk into the ring, how much you think you'll weigh?
When I walk in the ring?
Yeah.
With or without the ankle monitor on?
I probably, that's corny. That's super corny. I don't know how much I weigh.
And the handcuffs too.
Huh? What are you talking about, fam?
How do you win this fight?
That outfit is trash. For real. That outfit is garbage. That hairstyle. Anybody that ever rocked the mohawk is a fucking clown. We all know this. Anybody rocked the mohawk. Name
You want to see clowns? You want to see clowns? Gervonta, you're the fucking clown, buddy. You're the fucking clown, Gervonta. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is the clown. I got you a poodle.
Now, okay. Now, since we on this, if I put my hands on females or anything like that, right? If I put my hands on females or anything like that, you know how many female, like, come on. It will be mad. You see how when I don't even want to bring up nobody thing, what's the name about that, but P. Diddy, when things got like that, no, listen, when one female did a charge, it was mad females coming out, right? So if I hit a female, right, wouldn't it be mad other females? Like I ain't been just with one female. Like I'm 30 years old.
Weeks before the fight, GervontaDavis was hit with a civil lawsuit from his ex-girlfriend, Courtney Russell, accusing him of battery, kidnapping, and emotional abuse. Within 48 hours, Jake Paul's team, Most Valuable Promotions, canceled the event without hesitation, stating, "We unequivocally condemn any form of violence and will not move forward with this event." That announcement hit Tank hard. This fight wasn't just a match. It was his chance to make a comeback and regain relevance after a shaky draw with Lamont Roach. Now, it was all gone, and the nightmare wasn't over.
So what do you make of maybe the lack of discipline or arrest?
Lack of discipline. Lack of discipline. Is that what you want to put it down to?
Yeah.
More than lack of discipline. Yeah. It's vile. Do you know what I mean? I don't condone that at all in the slightest. So it's not got nothing to do with lack of discipline. It's got everything to do with moral compass. And for me, that's just, yeah.
Just days after the fight was officially canceled, federal agents raided GervontaDavis's Baltimore mansion as part of an investigation linked to the domestic allegations and potentially more serious issues. Neighbors saw a convoy of black SUVs outside the gated property at dawn, and agents were reported hauling out boxes, hard drives, cash, and, according to leaks, weapons. Inside sources say the feds discovered illegal gun parts, nearly $500,000 in unregistered cash, and security footage showing unknown people entering the home in the days before the raid. If these reports are true, it's not just bad, it could end his career.
He had better against a woman. You knew what it was when you first signed up for it. So don't get mad and cuss him out and talk bad about him now. You knew what it was when you signed up for it. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's not do that. I don't talk bad about him either, but don't do the dude like that. No, the dude having a hard time in his life right now. Don't just do him like that, you know what I mean? Because you knew exactly what he was when you signed him to fight the first time.
When Tank addressed it on a live stream, his voice cracked. "They're making me out to be some monster, bro. Yeah, I got money, I got cars, but I'm not a criminal. I'm not who they say I am." Even his most loyal fans were split. Some wrote, "Stay strong, champ," while others said bluntly, "You did this to yourself." For GervontaDavis, this isn't new. His story has been a repeating cycle of success, scandal, and repeat.
Against GervontaDavis, they're very serious allegations. Anybody that's laying hands on women needs to be shut down straight away. For me, they need to be locked up and the key thrown away. You shouldn't touch women. They're not there to be touched and have their hands laid on them. I've got 2 daughters. I've got my wife, my mother. Anybody out there who's close relationship to women knows you do not lay your hands on women, ever. Don't touch them. And if you do, you should be prisoned. Simple as that. That's my take on it. It's totally out of it. It's really serious. Tank needs to get a grip and stop doing what he's doing because he's got previous. This is all alleged, don't forget. This is all allegations, so we're not trying to convict anybody here on Froch on Fighting, we're just pointing out the facts. He's been accused of all the serious allegations from earlier. It's not good enough, and from the fight being made to the weight disparity to GervontaDavis being a wrong-un in terms of these allegations, the whole thing is just an absolute...
From the outside, GervontaDavis seemed to have it all. A star under Floyd Mayweather's promotion, knockout power that filled arenas, and millions in the bank. But behind the scenes, cracks were showing. In 2020, he was arrested for domestic battery after a video went viral of him grabbing his then-girlfriend by the throat. In 2023, he served 44 days in jail for violating house arrest after a hit-and-run conviction. And just this year, he faced another domestic assault accusation, the case that finally shattered his image.
Welcome back. Champion boxer Gervonta "Tank" Davis out of jail tonight. The famous South Florida fighter bonded out less than an hour ago.
Now, he's accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend in front of their children. CBS News Miami's Trish Christakis is live at the jail in West Miami-Dade with details on the allegation.
Fans were patient at first, saying, "He's young, he'll learn." But after years of constant headlines and repeated mistakes, that patience turned into doubt.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up. He done. Tank is done.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore or not?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solo, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
Even legends like Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley have said on air that Tank is battling too many demons and losing focus. And in boxing, distractions can destroy a career.
Yeah, look. I'll just say this, man. Tank Davis got to be the most stupidest boxer ever in the history of boxing, man. And I mean that, I mean that wholeheartedly, for real. Man, $40 million, think about that. $40 million down the drain. So he calls himself, he's about his money, right? He's about business. Are you truly about business? Are you? Because, dude, like, why are you getting in these sort of altercations, bro? Weeks before the fight, like, come on, man. Like, this has been his MO. That's the issue that I'm having, right? Is that this has been his MO. He's done this the last time. He did the same thing, but the case, I guess, got dropped or whatever. But this is the thing, man. MVP should have had a backup plan because you got to understand Tank's history, man. You know, you got to understand his habits. You know, Tank hasn't always followed the script. Tank has always been spoiled over there at PBC. Spoiled. Tank usually do whatever the hell he wants. Shows up to meetings late. You know what I mean? Workouts late. You know, he's on his own time. And PBC allowed him to do that. And he think he can take that type of business and bring it over here with Jake Paul. And Jake Paul is saying like, man, well, this dude's a clown. Like, we got to sell this fight. I heard the fight.
When Jake Paul's team canceled the fight, many thought it was a moral choice, but insiders say it was also business. Jake thrives on controlled controversy. He can be the villain in the ring, but never off it. Once Tank's legal issues became federal news, the deal turned toxic, especially with Netflix and corporate sponsors involved. Reports say Jake's team was already talking to replace Tank with another big name, like Ryan Garcia or Nate Diaz, to keep the event alive. While Tank was streaming his struggles, Jake was already moving forward, and fans noticed. One comment summed it up: Jake's building an empire. Tank's burning one down. Fans were divided. Some felt Tank finally showed real emotion, while others criticized him. One wrote, "Every time Tank gets close to greatness, he ruins it himself." And another said, "You can't play gangster and boxer at the same time. Pick one." Even former pros weighed in. Timothy Bradley said, "This isn't the Tank we knew. That hunger, that fire, it's gone. He's fighting battles outside the ring, and once a fighter loses love for boxing, it's almost impossible to get it back."
The top fighter in the world, pound for pound. We can do that. What we cannot do is debate who's the most exciting fighter, who's the biggest box office attraction in boxing. That would happen to be GervontaDavis. We just got to accept it. I think that Frank Martin's a talented fighter. He'll make some things happen down the line in the future. but we'll never look at him the same after that destruction. Not to say that we won't respect him, but we'll never look at him the same because he got destroyed by GervontaDavis. And that's no shame, that's no slouch, but damn, still in all, if you get destroyed, you get destroyed. GervontaDavis is the #1 box office attraction. Who I want to see him against next is Shakur Stevenson. I don't want to see him against Devin Haney because Devin Haney has proven to me that he's not a good punch taker. I want to see GervontaDavis in the ring with somebody perceived as having enough power to put him on the canvas too. That's what
Let's not forget, this is the same GervontaDavis who once packed arenas with knockout after knockout. The fighter Floyd Mayweather once called the future of boxing. But that partnership didn't last. After years of tension and public disputes, Tank left Mayweather Promotions, accusing Floyd of being controlling and taking credit for his success. Floyd fired back, calling Tank ungrateful and warning he'd end up like every fighter who thought they could make it on their own.
Do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure.
Why, after so much time? He helped you come to the game, he gave you the spotlight. Like, why would he try to diminish your career?
Because at that time, I don't want to go too deep into it. It was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter, or the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat. So they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged out.
Okay.
So that's what made that.
And maybe, just maybe, Floyd was right. While Floyd headlines exhibitions with Mike Tyson and earns millions, Tank is fighting to stay out of court and salvage what's left of his legacy. The big question is, can GervontaDavis make a comeback? Right now, things look tough. Sponsors have gone silent. Netflix's legal team is backing off, and his boxing license could be suspended depending on how the case develops.
Tank cares about what it does for the sport. I think, and I get it, like I was very open and honest with my last fight and the things around it. Tried not to be before because I didn't want anyone to, you know, not be excited for what was a good fight on paper, definitely. But when you kind of lose that love for the craft and the discipline, and getting in the ring don't mean as much as it did when you was growing up and on the way up. I've kind of seen that in Tank. Now, he had a hard fight against Lamont Roach Jr. and that might have been a part of it. Like, wow, man, this is getting hard against fighters that I think I'm levels above, and turned out on the night that I wasn't. And not only that, we're prize fighters. I hope, for the little people of the world, I hope Jake Paul gets absolutely starched by someone nearly half his...
Boxing has always celebrated comebacks. Mike Tyson went to prison and returned to the ring. Floyd Mayweather faced scandals and rebuilt his legacy. Even Canelo recovered from failed drug tests and became a global star. The key difference is they knew when to stay quiet, focus on training, and let their skills speak. Tank, on the other hand, is still caught up in the noise.
I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older now, but I feel like Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, but he needs to get his mental together. When I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff that he's saying, I can just tell that he's not in love with the sport no more. I can tell that he didn't get his just due. I mean, it was crazy to hear that he said he got evicted out of a house or something like that.
If Gervonta Tank Davis wants to save his career, he needs to step out of the spotlight, repair his image, and show everyone why he earned his nickname. Right now, the fighter who made knockouts look easy is struggling with his own mistakes. Fans may not forgive him immediately, sponsors aren't rushing back, and Jake Paul has already moved on. But Tank still has one thing on his side: time to rebuild, reflect, and decide if he still wants to fight or if his fighting days are over. This moment isn't just about boxing, it's about survival, and Tank has shown he knows how to survive. So what's next? Will the FBI uncover more? Will Jake Paul pick a new opponent? Or will Tank stage a comeback and prove he's still one of the most dangerous men in the ring? Only time will tell. For now, Tank isn't trending for knockouts but for mistakes, heartbreak, and lost opportunities. Do you think his career is over, or does he still have one fight left?